again, welcome to Q Chef's Culinary Corner. Thank you for tuning in with us. We've got a great edition for you today. We're doing a special dish in celebration of National Hispanic Heritage Month. Manny, what is our dish?
Tortilla de patatas.
Yes, so it's a Spanish tortilla. You use very minimal ingredients. So we've got potatoes, we've got eggs, and then I have another variation that I'm going to be showing you guys with some leftover veggies that we have here. Manny, go ahead and get started.
Alright, so we're going to start with the potatoes over here. First of all, we're going to wash the potatoes very good. I already washed mine. Now, we're gonna cut them in half, okay? And it's important, you guys, when you cut it on long size. Alright? As soon as it's cut in half, we're gonna slice them, okay? Important thing, when you're gonna slice, make sure you got a cutlass with you, okay? It's also important, you guys, when you're slicing this, have a container with water. I like to put my potatoes on the water. That way it doesn't turn black.
And then make sure before you start cooking your potatoes that you drain the potatoes very well. You want your potatoes as dry as possible.
Okay? So another important thing is that when you cook this dish, it's important you guys have a nonstick pan and then use olive oil with it.
Awesome. While Manny is heating up his pan, I'm going to go ahead and scramble up some eggs. So I've got about 12 eggs here. We're going to use half for Manny and half for me. So I'm going to go ahead, crack 2 more in there. Alright. So you just want to get this nice and scrambled up. It looks perfect. Alright. So for my variation of the Spanish tortilla, I've got some yellow onion and some red bell pepper that I'm going to throw in there as well as with the potatoes. So first Manny's going to go ahead and start cooking the potatoes, and then we can start throwing in the eggs after the potatoes are done cooking.
Yeah, I add the oil, but I think it's not too much. I'm going to add a little bit more. There you go. Good enough. So now our pan is hot with the oil, so now we're gonna grab our potatoes, I already drain it, and then we're gonna dump it in here. So we're gonna let them cook for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna start it, move it around a little bit. Our heat, it's a medium heat, so that way you can cook all through the potatoes and they can cook evenly.
Okay, now that my pan is heating up, I'm going to throw in a good amount of olive oil, about a quarter of a cup. Then we're going to wait for the olive oil to heat up. Typically you don't want to cook with olive oil, but because this is a traditional Spanish dish, for this dish it calls for olive oil. And I believe it's mainly for flavor as well. So you can see that my oil is very shiny. That means it's ready to be used. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my potatoes. You're going to hear a little bit of sizzle, and that's because of the water content that's still in the potato. So I'm gonna start adding in my veggies after my potatoes are cooked.
So as you can see, my potatoes is about to be ready. As you can see, the color of the potato is kind of cooked. So now we're gonna wait a little bit longer, and then we're gonna throw it to our eggs. So as you can see, my potatoes, it's kind of like halfway cooked. It's good like that because we're gonna finish them cooking with the eggs and all that. So now we're gonna take our pan out of the burn, and then we're gonna throw it in our eggs. So this is our potatoes right here. They're already kind of halfway cooked. So now these potatoes we're gonna dump it on our eggs. Remember, our egg is already scrambled. We're just gonna add the potatoes cooked already. Alright? So now that we add our potatoes, we're gonna start mix everything up.
Alright. We're seeing that my potatoes are getting there. I'm going to start adding in my other veggies now. So I've got my onion and my bell pepper. The reason why you didn't cook the bell pepper and the onion with the potato right away is because the potato takes longer to cook. So I wanted to cook that a little bit more before I added in the bell pepper and the onion. Alright, so I'm going to season it a little bit. I want to make sure that we got some nice flavors going on here. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit. Every few minutes I'm going in there just to kind of stir a little bit. Make sure that everything is getting evenly cooked in here. Don't be afraid to adjust your heat. Adjusting your heat just means that you're trying to cook everything correctly. If you need to raise your heat up, go ahead and raise your heat up. If you need to lower it down, go ahead and lower it down. You're cooking at your own pace here. Perfect. Our potatoes are looking like they're almost there. Our onion is looking almost translucent. Our bell pepper is getting soft. We're almost there. Okay. I think we can pull this off the heat now. And I'm going to go ahead and get it mixed in with my egg.
On the same pan, we cook our potatoes. We're gonna cook the eggs with the potatoes.
Alright everyone, so I've got my egg here. I've got my potatoes, my peppers here. I'm gonna go ahead, not to grab the oil, but just the veggies and the potatoes. I'm gonna save this pan because we're gonna cook in it again. Just gonna get everything nice and mixed in with the egg. Alright, I think it's ready to go back onto the heat.
Put our eggs back on the pan, okay? So now we put our eggs on the pan. This one we're gonna let them cook for about another 15 minutes. And then we're gonna, I forgot to mention it, guys, put a little bit more oil on this pan. So now, and then we put our eggs on, and we're gonna cook it at low heat, so that way everything is cooked. And then we're gonna flip it. Every once in a while, we just gonna, with the spatula, we're gonna do the edges, so that way, make sure it's not stick.
Alright everyone, I got my pan reheating right now. I'm probably going to throw in a little bit more olive oil. We just want to make sure that the pan is nice, has enough oil, that the eggs aren't going to stick. Also, the oil is there for flavor. Looking good here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and add in my mixture here. You want to just keep on scraping throughout the cooking process. I'm going to also add a little bit more salt. Add a little bit to Manny's as well. We want some flavor in here. We want to be able to taste our food with the salt. I'm going to push the sides a little bit so we can get some of that egg to set on the sides. I think the hardest part about this dish is going to be the flip. But don't fret, guys. We're here with you. You feel your pain. It won't be too hard, I promise. Alright. I think we're getting up to our flip mode. Got a plate here for Manny. Got a plate for myself as well to flip.
Alright, looks like mine is ready. You see it's a little liquid on the top. It's fine. It's not too much. As you can see, it's not running too much. So that's good. So for doing the flip, don't worry, we got you. We're gonna grab our plate, and then we're gonna put it on top of the pan. Alright? So very carefully, we're gonna flip it. Alright? 1, 2, 3. There you go. See, guys? So now we're gonna put our pan back, and then we're gonna put a little bit more oil, and then we're gonna put back again our tortilla. There you go.
I'm gonna do one more scrape on the sides, just to ensure that my tortilla comes out nice. This is why it's important that you have a very good non-stick pan. You always want to make sure that your plate is bigger than your pan. 1, 2, 3. Awesome! That came out beautiful. Alright, so I'm gonna get my pan heated up again. Anytime that you're adjusting anything in your pan, you always want to wait for it to heat back up. A little bit more oil in there. Okay? I'm gonna wait for that to heat up a little bit. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just slide my tortilla in. It's okay if there's still some runny egg in there. Just go ahead and throw that in there. So now we're just gonna let our tortillas cook. We want the bottoms to set a little bit. I'm gonna just tuck this in a little bit. It shouldn't have to cook as long on this side. It should be ready shortly. I think our Spanish tortilla is just about ready. I'm gonna turn the heat off. Manny's looks good as well. We're gonna go ahead and let this cool on our plates right now. get my Spanish tortilla onto the plate so it can cool. Look at that, it came out perfect, nice and round, all kept together. All right, Manny, let's see yours.
All right, looks like mine's cooked too. Very good.
Perfect. So now the thing that you want to do is just let it cool down a little bit. You can serve this hot, you can serve it at room temp, it's okay, whichever way. This dish is perfect for any time of the day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, even a midnight snack. Place into it now. Go ahead, Manuel.
So you can see, pretty cooked inside on the middle, nothing running. I'm gonna slice this guy over here.
Check it out. Moment of truth.
There you go.
Woo!
Very good right there.
It looks beautiful. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and plate this for you all. Got a little bit of salad greens just to give you guys like an idea of how you guys can go ahead and plate this. Too much greens on there. That's perfect, like that. And then we'll get Manny's right here. See right here the layers of the potatoes, and here's the plated dish. Alright, all you guys can see here are plated Spanish tortillas. Got a little bit of greens, a little bit of tomato. You can drizzle along with your favorite sauce in there. You can even add some Parmesan cheese on top if you want. It's perfect. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight snack. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys try this at home. And what a great way to kick off National Hispanic Heritage Month with us. Thank you all.
Thank you.